Have you ever wondered if trees could talk, what stories they might tell? Imagine a tree that's witnessed a family's entire history, from joyous beginnings to heart-wrenching struggles. This is the tale of such a tree, and the boy who grew alongside it. Our story begins on a warm spring day in 1985. Sarah, a talented artist with dreams of opening her own gallery, and Tom, an aspiring architect with a passion for sustainable design, stood in their newly acquired backyard. Their hands, covered in rich soil, worked together to plant a young oak sapling. Sarah, her belly swollen with their first child, smiled at Tom. "This tree will grow with our baby," she said softly, her eyes twinkling with hope. Little did they know how prophetic that moment would be. Just a few weeks later, their son Sam entered the world. From day one, Sam was a curious child, always asking why, and exploring his surroundings with wide-eyed wonder. As he grew, so did the tree, its branches reaching higher with each passing year. In his early years, Sam was drawn to the tree like a moth to a flame. Its low-hanging branches became his first jungle gym, its shade his favorite picnic spot. Sarah and Tom watched with joy as their son's laughter mingled with the rustle of leaves, creating a symphony of childhood happiness. But life, like the seasons, is full of changes. When Sam was 5, a devastating storm swept through their town. As thunder boomed and lightning cracked the sky, Sam huddled in fear, wondering if his beloved tree would survive. The next morning, Sam ran to check on the oak. There it stood, battered but unbowed, a few branches on the ground but its trunk strong and steady. This moment would shape Sam's understanding of resilience in the face of adversity. As Sam entered his teenage years, the tree became his confidant. Its sturdy branches held him as he experienced his first crush, his first heartbreak, and the tumultuous emotions of adolescence. But with each passing year, Sam's visits to the tree became less frequent, mirroring his growing independence. The day before Sam left for college, he stood before the tree, running his hand over the rough bark and the faded S+J carving from years ago. "I'll miss you," he murmured, feeling a mix of excitement and apprehension about the future. What challenges awaited Sam in this new chapter of his life? How would his relationship with his parents and the tree change? These questions lingered in the air as Sam embarked on his college journey. The years that followed were a whirlwind of change. Sam threw himself into his studies, made new friends, and fell in love. Each time he returned home, the tree seemed a little taller, a little broader, its roots spreading unseen beneath the earth. Much like the love of his parents, always there, always growing, even when he couldn't see it. After graduation, Sam landed a job in the city, his visits home becoming less frequent. Sarah and Tom tended the tree in his absence, its changing seasons marking the passage of time. But storm clouds were gathering on the horizon of Sam's life. In a cruel twist of fate, Sam's company downsized, leaving him jobless. His girlfriend, unable to handle the stress, left him. In the span of a month, the life he had carefully built came crashing down around him. With nowhere else to go, Sam returned home, his spirit as bare as the oak's winter branches. As he walked into the backyard, his eyes immediately sought out the old oak. Its leaves were gone, bare branches stark against the winter sky. Yet it stood tall and strong, a sentinel weathering the cold. Sam collapsed at its base, tears flowing freely. Sarah and Tom, alerted by the sound of the back door, found him there. Without a word, they sat on either side of him, their arms encircling him just as the tree's roots embraced the earth. In that moment, Sam realized that true strength comes not from standing alone, but from the support of those who love us. What would happen next? Could Sam rebuild his life? The answers to these questions would unfold in the coming months, as Sam rediscovered his passion and purpose with the unwavering support of his parents and the silent strength of the old oak. As winter gave way to spring, Sam noticed new buds forming on the oak's branches. His own life, too, was showing signs of renewal. A chance encounter led to a job opportunity that combined his business skills with his father's passion for sustainable architecture. The setbacks he had faced became stepping stones to a more fulfilling path. Years passed, and Sam married and had children of his own. Each milestone was celebrated under the spreading branches of the old oak. The tree that had once been his childhood playground now provided shade for his own children's laughter. One day, as autumn painted the oak's leaves in brilliant shades of red and gold, Sam brought his young daughter Amy to the tree. "You know," he said, lifting her onto a low branch, "this tree is almost as old as I am." Amy's eyes widened. "Really? It's so big." Sam nodded, smiling at her wonder. "It's seen me through a lot. When I was your age, I thought it was just a great place to play. But as I grew up, I realized it was teaching me important lessons about life, love, and resilience." That evening, as the sun set, casting long shadows across the yard, Sam stood with his parents beneath the old oak. Sarah's hair had turned silver, and Tom's step had slowed, but their eyes still shone with the same love that had led them to plant the sapling all those years ago. "You know," Sam said, his voice thick with emotion, "I finally understand what this tree represents. It's not just a tree. It's your love for me. Always there, always growing, even when I couldn't see it." The next day, they planted a new sapling for Amy, continuing the cycle of love and growth that had begun nearly 4 decades earlier. As we reach the end of our story, let's reflect on its lessons. Like the oak tree, love and support from family can provide us with the strength to weather life's storms. It reminds us that growth is a lifelong process, and that our roots, our family, our values, our experiences, shape who we become. Now, I'd like to ask you, which part of Sam's journey resonated with you the most? Was it his childhood wonder, his struggles as a young adult, or his realization about the true meaning of the tree? Have you ever had a symbol in your life, like Sam's tree, that represented the love and support of your family? Remember, every story has the power to touch hearts and change lives. If this tale of Sam and his oak tree moved you, please like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences and insights could inspire others facing similar challenges. And if you enjoyed this story and want to hear more like it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Together, we can create a community of storytellers and listeners, sharing the wisdom that helps us grow strong and tall, just like Sam's oak tree. Thank you for being part of this journey. Until next time, may your roots be deep, your branches strong, and your heart open to the lessons life has to teach.